بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good morning, students. As you know that we have started chapter number 2, atoms and electrons, in the previous week, and we have discussed few topics. These were atoms and elements, structure of an element, and atomic mass, atomic number, and the periodic table. Now we are going to start the topic of the day, that is present at page number 17. Open your books at page number 17, and the topic is the arrangement of electron. Electron arrangement, or the arrangement of electron. As we have discussed in the previous class, that atom has its nucleus. This is nucleus. And these are orbits. These are also called shells or orbits, in which electrons are moving. Protons are present inside the nucleus. Neutrons are also present inside the nucleus. Proton carry positive charge, neutron carry no charge, and electron, which are revolving in the shells or orbits, they have negative charge. So proton carry positive charge, neutron carry no charge, and electron carry negative charge. So keep in mind, as I have told you in the previous lecture, that the number of proton and the number of electron are always same in atom. Like carbon has 6 proton and 6 electron. Okay, proton carry positive charge, electron carry negative charge, and 6 electrons are present in orbits, 6 proton having positive charge, so they are going to cancel each other. As neutron have no charge, so these positive are going to cancel these negative charge, and overall atom carry no charge. So let's come towards the arrangement, how the electron can be arranged. So arrangement of electron starts from the first shell. This is nucleus and this is the first shell. In the first shell, the maximum number of electron can be 2, not more than 2. Only 2 electrons can be placed in the first orbit, and in the second orbit it can be 8. They can be less than 8 but not more than 8. For example, if we talk about the first 20 elements which are present in your periodic table at book page number 16, these are hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium. These are first 20 elements which are placed in the periodic table, and the number of electron depend on the number of proton present inside the nucleus. Let's see, as hydrogen has only one proton, so definitely it will have only one electron. So come towards your book page number 17. See your book page number 17. This is hydrogen and it has only one proton, means one electron. it has only one electron which will be definitely placed in the first orbit. These are electron in shell 1, electron in shell 2, electron in shell 3 and electron in the fourth shell. So hydrogen has only one electron, so it will be placed in the first orbit. Second, helium has two electrons and two can be placed in the first orbit. So in other shells, they will not have any electrons. Lithium, it has three electrons, so two will be placed in the first orbit and third one will go in the second shell. And likewise, beryllium, it has four electrons and two will be placed in the first orbit and definitely the other two will go in the second orbit. Now come to the magnesium. Magnesium has 12 atomic number. 12 atomic number means, I have told you what is atomic number. Atomic number is the number of proton, and number of proton and number of electron are same. It means 12 electrons are present. So what will be the arrangement? The arrangement will be definitely in the first orbit only 2, other 8 will be in the second orbit. These are 2 plus 8, 10. Now 2 are left and these 2 will go in the next orbit. So here I have drawn only 2 orbits, but there are other orbits as well. Because carbon has only 6 electrons, that's why other orbits are not necessary to be drawn. Let's see the next one. For example, we talk about the potassium. Potassium, it has 19 electrons. Potassium, it has 19 electrons. So what will be the arrangement? In first orbit, there will be 2. First orbit, there will be 2. In the second orbit, there will be 8. In the first orbit, 2 maximum, and the maximum number of electron in second orbit can be 8, and also in the third orbit, maximum number of electron can be 8. So in the third orbit, 8, now 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, and 1 more will go in the fourth. So this is the arrangement of electron. So just keep in mind that only in the first orbit only 2 electrons can be placed. In the second orbit 8 electrons. In the third orbit 8, and the next will go in the further orbits. Next topic is ion. So let's see what is the definition of ion. An ion is an atom or molecule that has gained or lost an electron. Sometime to complete the last shell or orbit, every element try to take or give the electron. So just to complete the last orbit, and sometime they take 1, 2 or more electron from the other atoms. So what will happen? As I have told you that number of proton and number of electron is always same. But for example, it has taken 2. For example, it has taken 2 electron from other atom. So what will happen? Positive charge will be 6 because proton carry positive charge and the number of proton is 6. So 6 will be positive charge. And what will be the negative charge? Here are 8 electrons. They have gained 2 electrons. So there will be minus 8 means because electron carry negative charge, so 6 positive will cancel the 6 negative, but 2 minus will remain because number of electron are more than the number of proton. It means there is 2 negative charge on this atom. So this is called ions. Let's read. Very simple. Very simply, an ion is an atom or molecule that has gained or lost an electron. There are positive ions and negative ions. Likewise, if here it has gained negative ions, but for example, it give one electron to any other atom. It has given one electron to any other atom. So what will happen? It will carry one positive charge. One positive charge. Why? Because now the number of electron has 5 and it has 6 number of protons. So 5 negative will cancel 5 positive, but 1 positive will be the charge of this atom. So this is called, in this way they become ions. Nature is constantly producing negative ions to overcome the pollution in the air. For example, have you ever noticed how the air is stuffy before the storm and afterwards it is refreshing? Here I would like to mention the ozone. For example, O2 is oxygen and O3 is ozone. When 3 atoms combine, they form ozone, and ozone is the helpful for cleaning the air. And this is because lightning produces a high concentration of negative ions. So this refreshing of air is due to the presence of negative ions which are produced by the lightning in the thunderstorm, which purifies the air and make it refreshing. The same is the case of waterfall. In the same way, waterfall is also refreshing. It is creating the ions, and these ions are refreshing the air. When an atom loses or gains an electron, stability occurs. I have told you that to complete the last orbit, they gain or sometimes they lose the electron. So in this way, when they will complete the last shell, definitely the stability of the atom become more. So in this way, when the ions are produced, the stability of atoms become more powerful. The atom become either positively or negatively charged particles called ion. In this way, we can define the ion in another way, that positively charged or negatively charged atoms are called ions. When the atom gains or loses electrons, it creates ions, and these ions are helpful. These unstable ions particles are responsible for electron flow. Ions will take or release an electron to become stable again. Next topic, which is element. An element is a substance that is only made up of entirely one type of atoms. Elements, same type of atom make the elements. For example, an element hydrogen is made up from atoms containing single proton and single electron. Hydrogen has only one proton, there is no neutron, and as it has one proton, so definitely there would be one electron in the orbit, and all the atoms which are present in the element of hydrogen, they are having the same, means all atoms have one proton and one electron, and they are making the element. In the same way, all the elements, they are having their own same atoms. So if you change the number of proton, an atom has, you change the type of the element it is, means if you change the number of protons, if you will change the number of proton, definitely the element will be changed. For example, first we have discussed that a number of electrons are going to change. Number of electron can be changed to increase the stability. But if we are going to change the number of proton, it means we are going to change the type of the element. Because just see that hydrogen has one proton, helium has two proton, lithium has three proton. For example, if we add one proton in the helium, it will become lithium. So we are going to change the element. Next is group O or zero element. Group O, zero elements. These are called noble gases. These are called noble gases. Let's see where these are present. Open your books at page number 16. Open your books at page number 16. Closely see the book. It is darker in color. Helium. Let's see what are the noble gases. These are called the noble gases. Neon, argon, krypton, xenon, helium. These are called noble gases. So, what are the properties of the noble gases? Noble gases are comparatively non-reactive. They are non-reactive. This is because they have complete outermost valence shell. Means their outermost shell is already complete. They have complete number of atoms in their number of electrons in their last orbit. Because if in the last orbit, if the number of electron is complete, then it is called stable. So they are already stable. They have little inclination to gain or lose electron. Means there are less chances to take or lose electrons. This is why they are called non-reactive gases, because they do not react with other. They do not give the electrons to other atoms. The noble gases have low boiling points and are all gases at room temperature. They are present in the gaseous state in the room temperature, because matter have three states: solid, liquid and gases, and these are present in the gaseous state at room temperature. Here our today's topic is going to finish. Let's come towards the homework. For this, you'll have to open your books at page number 22. For the homework, open your books at page number 22. Assessment 2, B part, and its question number 2 and 3. These are given to you as a homework. Do a very neat and clean homework. Take care and Allah Hafiz till the next class.